Potatoes have a form of depression, but scientists have an idea to cure them. And that's good, a cure for depression, because, you know, there's quite a lot of, you hear quite a lot on YouTube about YouTubers who are affected by depression. You know, H3 talked about that sort of stuff. Of course, BetterHelp, they've, well, people got depressed about the whole BetterHelp campaign, really. So I guess they kind of cause depression, and maybe they cure it too. I don't know. Hey, don't sue me. That's all conjecture. But I think one thing that's left out, you know, that's all good. It you know, gets rid of the stigma, and you know, people can chat about it. But what I want to dive into, though, what I think it omits is a certain demographic. An entire section of the supermarket isn't represented in the discussion. I'm talking, of course, the fresh produce. I'm talking about potatoes. Yes, potatoes have depression, and I think we need to talk about it. Okay? I think we're a little self-centered when we always talk about ourselves. We don't see just down the aisle some potatoes are having a hard time. Open your pantry, open your cupboards. Look at what's going on in there. Have you got some old potatoes? They're turning green. It's not green with envy. They're sick. They need to be helped. They want your help. How about your potatoes? Let's find out how. Let's see how the scientists are helping these potatoes. So potatoes have a form of depression, but scientists have an idea to cure them. Let's find out how they plan to do this. Scientists are trying to revolutionize potatoes and in the process cure the tubers' depression. Again, this is not YouTubers. This is another tubers. This is potato tubes. They don't look that tubular, but this is a weird expression I don't understand, but I'll go with it. As a result of generations of inbreeding. Oh, now that's a... You know, the dating scene for potatoes, it's a bit limited. They don't really get around. They don't get out much. In fact, they're underground. You could call them somewhat hermits. And they really only get along with their nearby neighbours in the other potato patch. So it's no wonder that they're inbreeding. In fact, that's probably why we see some defects. You know, a lot of royal bloodlines back in the day, perhaps even now, there was a lot of inbreeding, and that led to certain health issues. As we can see, these potatoes, like this one's a little more skew-if, a little longer than the more hardy round potato. And these two are sisters, and they, well, actually, sorry, brother and sister, and they gave birth to this little monstrosity. I don't know. Get that off screen. That's a little unfortunate. No wonder that potato... No, like, I'm sorry, but no wonder that potato's depressed. I mean, seriously. Potatoes do need to watch SAMTIME, Rob. You are correct. That will cheer them up. We're doing a service to the potato family, and it is a tight-knit family. They're all... What's a potato organs look like? They're doing a little mashed potato with each other, okay? So they need a little pick-me-up. Potato depression is obviously nothing like human depression, of course. Potatoes reproduce through cloning, so their genome is laden with mutations. Okay, so they clone themselves. Oh. These mutations could result in things such as stunted growth, aka this sad potato here. By the way, this is an article from Gizmodo by Ryan, if you want to look it up yourself. Thank you, Ryan, for your dedication to shedding some light on these potatoes. Again, they're underground. They don't get much light. You're helping them out. You're digging through. You're sifting through the crap, fertilizer, and you're getting to the base of these root vegetables. A team of Chinese scientists look for a better way to make potatoes reproduce, and along the way learned more about the genetics behind spuds, inbreeding, depression. You know, you hear a lot. Again, we're talking about China, pandas. People have trouble with pandas getting together. They're always trying to reproduce with these pandas. But we don't always realize we need to divert our attention again to the non-sentient life forms, potatoes. Let's look at their mating rituals. When are potatoes in season? When are they? Are they in season in summer? When's mating season? And when's the literal season for potatoes? This is what we need to find out. Legend, you think potatoes are depressed because inbreeding has left them with the smaller potato organs. Which is why you never see a potato with a willy. Interesting. Interesting. There's something about, you know, you leave some potatoes, you leave them alone for a while, you know, you just put them in a little box or a bag and you give them some privacy, you leave them in a little dark room, and that's when you start to see the potato willies propping up. Multi-pronged. So, they might just need a little bit of time, you know? They talk about, you know, you need to set the mood, give them a bit of privacy, and, well, they'll get together. They'll get together. It goes on. Generations of cloning means that harmful genetic mutations remain in the genome, but the plants have a buffer against that. Most varieties are tetraploid, meaning they have 4 sets of chromosomes. If there's a bad mutation on a gene, there are presumably 3 other working genomes. While it doesn't seem to be working, farmers are miffed. I really hope that they're able to see a better way for these potatoes. The article goes on. I really hope they find a solution to these depressed potatoes. And I think one of you awesome people out there recommended they should probably watch SAMTIME. Again, apologies for the above PG-13 rating on this little segment. At I do think we do need to cheer them up with a little song. Or at least spread some awareness. This should hopefully spread some awareness about these poor potatoes. And these poor potatoes will not be forgotten. These potatoes will not be left behind. No potato left behind, huh? Remember your potatoes, everyone. Let's do this improv style. My potato patch is so potato sad. I don't want fries with that. I want some pride with that. All am I gonna do with all my sad potato night? I sing them a song, hope they can get along. Oh, I see the Sally potato making friends with Peter the potato. You say potato, I say horny inbreeding potatoes. Yeah. Hopefully they can dig themselves out of this patch, but not before it's time to go to market and sell these potatoes to the market. The sexy potato market. Aisle 5 in most greengrocers.